All right. Hi, I'm Keno with STEMwithKeno.com, and we are live with our aviation selection test battery weekly and officer aptitude rating. The full aviation selection battery consists of questions pertaining to aviation and nautical information, reading comprehension, mechanical comprehension, and math knowledge or arithmetic reasoning. It's math questions. If you're just taking the officer aptitude rating and you're not looking for the naval flight officer pilot uh, selection areas, then that is the thing that you will be taking. Like if you were going to be a surface warfare officer, you just need to be concerned with. Um, and hold on, guys, because getting it together. Online. Okay, so yeah, we're live on YouTube and Facebook as well, and like to see anybody that's in the room. Please check in uh, the state you're in and the test that you are preparing for. We will be addressing questions today, and if you want to see the questions and answer selections, you should be following on STEMwithKeno.com on Facebook and go to the post page. And every question that I do, you will actually see. Because as we can't post them on Facebook. So please check in, test you're preparing for, and the areas that you have questions about. You can also you can clip and post questions. All right, maybe you've been going through your test prep book and you have not been able to answer. We do that every week here. But give me a moment as I am getting myself together here. John, good to see you, buddy. Mike Taylor, good to see you on Facebook side of things. And again, for my YouTube people, my YouTube family, if you are not on the Facebook, if you're not following Facebook Live, you will not be able to see the questions on the post. So that's kind of like, you can see the questions and then you can actually, okay. All right. Give me a second here. We are. All right. Good to see you, Mike. And we are getting it set up now. Okay, John's got me in the background as he's preparing this. Okay. Florida, United States Army SIFT. And I know this is the aviation selection test battery, but you can also, either or, because tomorrow I'm doing the U.S. Army SIFT primarily at 1400 Eastern. So you can bring math questions. You need to get your hands on all the math you can get your hands on. All the math you can get your hands on. It's beneficial. Like I tell my guys that I work with one-on-one, just all the math. I mean, they come to me with a test prep book. I give them another 400-page PDF. And I tell them, if anything looks foreign in this book, we need to address it. because when you take the test, I don't want them dropping anything in your lap that you don't understand. All right. So, yes, you are good to start posting questions. And if we are connected on Skype, meaning my people that I am personally tutoring one-on-one, you can start dropping them now. Okay. So, um, I want to talk about some aviation terms in the meantime. All right. You guys already know my background. I'm not going to go into that. You guys know I'm an FAA instructor. All right. So I'm an FAA approved instructor. However it reads in the regs. Actually, I think they call it in the regulations an authorized instructor, something like that. We used to just say CFI back in the day, or aviation ground school instructor, but I believe it's an authorized instructor now, according to the verbiage. But yeah, so two things that a lot of my applicants kind of trip over. Bernoulli's principle. First off, Bernoulli's principle states that as the velocity of a fluid increases, its internal pressure decreases. I'll say it again. As the velocity of a fluid increases, its internal pressure decreases. You need a Venturi tube. I have videos dealing with that you can check. Also, if you follow me on Facebook, look for Ground School 2020. All aviation applicants should definitely take a look at that. That Ground School 2020. There may be like 7 or 8 videos so far there that you guys can check out, because you need to have this information ingrained into you before you take the test. And again, like I say, do not take the test. I don't recommend anybody taking this test if you have not been trained properly. Just buying the book, buy 5 books. I met a guy that bought 5 books before he met me. Now, after he trained with me, he passed, but he bought 5 books. The books, not all of the books are representative of the test. So, that being said, what I give my guys is eyes-on information. Eyes on information. Because everybody that takes the test with me, we sit back, we debrief. They'll come back to me and I'll be like, hey, Kino, look, I saw this, I saw that. So over 10 years, I've been compiling all that information. And that's all the tests, the ASVAB, the AFOQT, the ASTB, which is the OAR as well. Well, the OAR is a portion of ASTB. Did I mention SIFT? Yeah, and SIFT as well. So, yeah, for the aviation side of things, please go to my Facebook, stemwithkino.com. Make sure you follow and like the page, please. And, start getting into that FAA or the Private Pilot Ground School 2020. All right. A lot of good information in there that you should know prior to taking the aviation and nautical information portions of the test. Because to me, I just don't believe that the books, they do a decent job, but I don't think that they can help you get a competitive score. I don't believe so. Do I say throw the books away? No, I don't say throw the books away. Now, well, I'm not going to go into that. You guys know how I feel about Trivium products. So I'm not even going to go there. But another student of mine confirmed how she took the test and that, a particular book wasn't helpful. I like Barron's. I'll tell you what I like. I'm not going to diss anybody's book, but I like Barron's, Military Aptitude Flight Tests. Again, that accepted ink. The information in there is pretty decent, but I have a problem when on Amazon, your image says that there are 500 questions, and then when you receive the book, there's only 300. So to me, that's a little bit deceptive. So I mean, even Accepted Inc., I would encourage you guys, reach out to me. You know, Facebook, you can leave a message, a DM or something like that. But that was to me, that was really deceptive, and you guys need to send another image to Amazon. You know, whoever your marketing staff is. We went over 94 last week. Okay, we went over 94 last week. DC, send me a message because we went over 94. Okay, we went over. So, would you like me to work it out again, or, you know, I'm not sure what you're asking me. This came in today. Problems I need help with. Okay, all right, I got you there. I see now, DC. Any percentage problem or mechanical comprehension. We went over that. Okay, great. We went over that already. Okay. Gotcha. Tiana, I responded to your Skype. Darren, good to see you. Anthony, good to see you. Obviously, I need to go to the post page. All right, Facebook.com. And I say things because I'm talking to my computer, guys. I'm not crazy. Go. Did not mean to do that. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Rachel McDaniel. I think she was preparing for her AFOQT. I shot you a message on Facebook. Yeah. Posts. And Mr. Taylor, Michael Taylor, do you have an image somewhere I can look at? Because I'm checking the post line. And I am. And everybody that's here, I think what I may start doing is just doing this in a Google Hangout. I like the clarity and the fact that I didn't have to jump around all over the place. I thought that was pretty cool. So it may be changing. If you are following me on Facebook, and then I'll also make an announcement on YouTube, I will be. I may be crossing over to. Let me get all this lined up. I may be crossing over to Google Hangout because I just like the format and it's just more one-on-one, and I can directly talk to you and I can directly present questions instead of jumping around from page to page to page. So I may wind up just going Google Hangout. So you will need to. I'll always post a link on Facebook. So you can go, if you follow me on Facebook, the link will be presented and you just double click it. But I believe you have to have your Google account open. You got to be inside your Google account and you'll click on it. All right. So without further ado, let's jump in and do some ASTB OAR stuff. Okay. I am posting on the timeline Yeah. And this is why I'm going to be going over, probably more than likely crossing over to Google Hangouts. It just takes a long time to track questions and all that. And especially when I'm hitting different forces. All right. Okay, solve by factoring. Number 99 in the OER math guide. The question is being presented. And I'm going to drop it like it's hot. Sound like Snoop Dogg. Drop it like it's hot. Okay, it is posted. Okay, I will read it aloud. And in the following equation, solve by factoring, solve for x by factoring. Now, what we need to do is we need to get all of this information on one side. We have 2x squared minus 7x equaling x squared minus 12. So we're going to solve for x by factoring. Give me a moment. Now, a lot of times these guides that you get they have a lot of typing errors in them. So we have 2x squared minus 7x equals x squared minus 12. Now, in this case, everything's going to come over to one side. So we're going to have 2x squared. And what I say is that this comes over and changes its sign. Minus x squared minus 7x plus 12 equals 0. All right. The x squareds are going to mix up. It's just leaving us with x squared minus 7x plus 12. Now, you can see that this has been FOILed. And that's okay. But you have to ask yourself, what adds to 7? What adds to 7? But multiplies and gives you 12. So you look at the factors of 12 and what two factors. So you have 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. And those are it. So what will add to 7 and multiply to give you 12? And this would be it. Because if you add these, it'd be negative 4 or 8. So this is our guy. So x plus 3 is equal to 0. Well, actually, x plus 3 and x minus 3, x minus 4. So we've reversed FOIL in effect. And in this case, and I know that the answer selections are not, okay. I know that the answer selections are not representative of what you see, but this is how you factor, you solve by factoring. So x in this case will be equal to 3, and x in this case will be equal to 4. Because you said x plus x minus 3 equals 0, and then x minus 4 equals 0. And then so we would come up with a solution set x is 3 and x is 4. So your answers are all over the place because I can see like there's been some typing errors in here. And I'm just kind of double checking. So the solution set for x is 3 comma 4, which 3 or 4 could be the value of x. And you have to be careful of the guides that you get because this is like, okay, 9.33, 14, 84, and 126. It's like, what? If we're solving by factoring and it asks you to solve for x by factoring, this is how you do it. All right. Thanks for the likes. If you're on Facebook, please like the page and follow me. You probably already are. All right, so let's get another one in here. Boop, 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 boop. Darren, we did this one. We did this one already, bro. Not to shoot down your question, but we did it already. I'm more interested in things that, okay, I don't know what happened here. And I know we went over that a couple times. Or one time. And we'll talk about it on the 101. I need fresh questions. Fresh questions. All right. 109, 102. Okay. Posting 102 on the OAR Math Guide. Dropping it now. Okay, I just dropped that on the post. Please check that out if you're not already looking at it. Let me refresh and pull it up. Okay, this is question 102, guys. 102. Now, whenever you get a word problem, I suggest that I have a phrase, line by line and diagram. You guys will hear me say that until I'm blue in the face. All right. If x varies directly as y squared, and if x equals 9 when y equals 2, what is the value of x when y equals 8? Okay, so I want somebody in the chat room, either one, to tell me, what does varies directly mean? I want some crowd participation. What does varies directly mean? Anybody could chime in, I don't care. Somebody. Somebody says increases together by the same. So x is 9, same increase for both. Okay. So x varies directly as y squared. And they're saying that x is 9. And we're saying y equals 2. What is the value of x? Question mark. When y equals 8. Okay. How about answers? What do you guys think the answers are? 32, 130, 144, 168. You guys can fill in that information as I flow through this. Okay, so it's kind of like a proportion, like 9 over 4. So we have x representing 9, y 2 squared, y squared, 2 squared. So x is going to be x, and y is going to be y squared, which is 2 squared. All right. And then we're going to have some x over 64 equals x over 64. Okay, because in this case, they're giving you the standard. Okay, what is when y is equal to 8, which is 8 squared? All right, it's going to vary directly. So 64 times 9. So 64 times 9 divided by 4, it will give us this. Because it's a proportion. They gave you the standard. It varies directly. So it's going to have the same increase. So x comes over, and 144 will be the answer. 64 times 9, 36, 354, 57. And then we're going to divide by 4. 4, 5, 7, 6, 1, 4, 1, 7, 4, 16, 1, 6, 4, and that finishes it. 144. So that will be answer C. And Austin, I think 104, the questions will not be worded like that in 104. So I wouldn't worry about that. Okay. Definitely got to do a distance, rate, and time problem because I have my stars in here. I think I did that one. And we did that one. Yeah, we didn't do this one. All right. All right, posting on the timeline, folks. And thanks for your question, DC. Okay, the next question is posted on Facebook. Refreshing. And 2 planes left at the same time from 2 airports that were 6,000 miles apart, and they flew towards each other. Now, I know all my guys, a lot of times we talk about expansion, round trip. This would be what I call a compression, but you have to develop or ascertain a closure rate. So it's just like it's in the distance, rate, and time formula. 2 planes left at the same time. Okay, so line by line and diagram. So they're flying towards each other. So we have 1 plane coming this way from an airport, 1 aircraft coming this way. And the distance that they are apart is 6,000 miles. Now it says they passed each other in 5 hours. All right, so that's time. They passed each other in 5 hours. The distance was 6,000. The rate of the fast plane was twice as fast the rate of the slow plane. What is the speed of the fast plane? So we have a closure rate. We have 2 different aircraft, and they don't give us any speeds. They said one moves twice as fast as the other. So 1x plus 2x is 3x. All right. So we come back to distance equals rate times time. 6,000 equals 3x times 5, not 15, sorry guys. 5. 6,000 will distribute 15x. Somebody type an answer in. for the slower plane, especially one of my stars. I know one of y'all better check it out. A, B, C, D, or E? And keep in mind, just because you solve for X does not mean you got the answer. That's another major concern I have with people taking this test. You set up an equation, it solves for X. You solve for X, but it's not giving you X. DC, thank you, sir. It is alpha. Well, hold on. No, 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 no. X is alpha. X is 400. But have we answered the question? After you solve for X, did you solve the question? No, we did not. Because it's asking what was the speed of the fast plane? And that'd be 2x, which is 800 echo. All right. DC calculated them both, but So just because a lot of people, they'll find X and then they'll select that answer. It's the worst thing you could do. After you solve for X, you ask yourself, did I answer the question? Did I answer the question? Plain and simple. And every time we solve X, we're not really directly answering the question sometimes. Now, if they asked you what's the speed of the slower plane, then naturally, yeah, that would have been it. But what is the speed of the faster plane? 2x, because they indicated that the faster plane flies twice as fast. All right. All right. Okay. All right. I don't see anything on the Facebook post line. I'll refresh and recheck. Posts. Nothing there. I think we did that one last week. And guys, to get the most out of this, bring your test prep books. I'm sure you've been going through problems and you got to a problem site, man, I can't figure that out. I don't know how they got that. This is the place. You can email. You can drop it on the Facebook post. But after a while, I think this was probably, we'll just do like a Google Hangout. Because jumping from platform to platform is it's just a little crazy. And it takes a while to get adjusted and acclimated to it. All right. Any percentage problem. Okay. A lot of people have problems finding percentages. But there's a couple ways to look at them. All right. We'll do an exercise together. Okay. I take my mom out to lunch. And for whatever reason, the bill is $40. I'm going to pay 6% sales tax. So how much is my bill going to be, guys? That's one way we can look at percentages. So how much is my bill going to be? So if I want to, a lot of people, what they'll do is they'll find 6% of 40, but then after they find the 6%, then they add it to the $40. Now it's pretty easy, relatively easy with 40. But what if you got a price like 39.26? Then it's not so easy. So what I recommend you guys do is multiply by 1.06. That represents 100% of 40 and the sales tax, and you don't have to add anything. Just do multiplication, and it's 40, so it's $40, so it's pretty easy. Because 6 times 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 2, 4. The second line, filler 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. The third line, 2 filler zeros, and then 4, 0, 0, 0. All right, we add 4, 2, 4, 0, 0, 0. We need to come in 1, 2, 3, 4 decimal places. So the bill's going to be $42.40. Easy. I'd rather do this and then, instead of doing the math to find out what 6% of 40 is, and then having to add it. That's two different math problems. So I teach people a lot of times a lot of ways to save time. If I can show you how to be more efficient, that's like a win-win for, both of us. All right. So we computed a price with sales tax. Another way we could look at something is, let me see, is over of question. And I know you guys don't know what is over of is probably, or you don't remember because you haven't used it in a while. But it's basically a proportion. Excuse me. Parch. I know it's bad, but it's cold. All right. So is over of equals our unknown percent over 100%. So they'll ask you what percent is 75 of 100. Now, our base formula is over of equals the unknown percent over 100%. The wording is what percent is 75 of 100? Obviously, that's going to be 75%. I don't like that question. Let's put in 75% of 200. All right. So we have to look at what number follows is and what number follows of. Is followed by 75, so it's going to go up top in the proportion. And of is followed by 200, so it's going to go into the of position. So 75 over 200 equals x over 100. 75 over 200 equals x over 100. So is 75 of 200 equals x percent over 100%. Now, trying to think, 50, 50, 50. I know, I just did it in my head. It's 150 is 75%. But you have to multiply 75 times 100. Anytime we multiply anything by 100 times 100, we just add 2 zeros. 7500. And we're going to divide by 200. 200 goes into 750 3 times because 200 can't go into 7. Can't go into 75, but it can go into 753 times, and we get 600. I should have 150, right? 75, 50, 50, 50. All right. Keep going. 150. No. 0, 5, 1, and the 0 drops. This is interesting. I'm doing something wrong. 7,500 divided by 200. I'll do you one better. I don't even need those zeros. I can chop off an equal amount and I'll still get the same answer. So, my apologies, guys. 20 goes into 75. 2 goes to 7 one time. No, 2, 3 times. So we would have to do 6, 1, 5, 7. Oh, percentage. What am I doing? All right. So I was looking at it wrong. All right. Point. I can't believe I got my brain all wrapped up around there. All right. So this doesn't normally happen. I can't believe that. I'm falling apart on the live. No, I'm not falling apart. All right. 75 is what percent of 200? And sometimes you guys might get a little lost sometimes, but you got to find your way. All right. So 75 times 100 is 7500. 0.0 for accuracy, and we're going to divide by 200. All right, 200 goes into, can't go into 3. Got my decimal here, because we're looking for the percentage. All right, okay, we're good. I don't know why I got my brains jumbled like that, but, it happens. As long as you can recover, 00, 5, 150. 200 cannot go into 150, so we add a filler 0 and then we drop another 0. Now 200 can go into 1500 7 times, so it is 30.7%. Woo! All right, I got it back. I know Darren is laughing at me right now, but it's all good. I was like, damn, I was like, oh God. So that happens, but this could happen to you in testing, but you still got to come back and stay structured. As long as you have a structure, you can come back, take a deep breath, and then boom, and then execute. So, wow, that never happens. But it happened. All right, it's okay. I have tough skin. All right, let's see. We got another question here. Okay. Tiana. Okay, I see your message, Tiana. I need some more information though. And I did. Okay. Yeah, Tiana, I need more information. Just hit me in a DM. Or Skype, because we're connected on Skype now. I did respond to your message. All right. All right, coming back. Lever systems. Mechanical comprehension. All right. Don't worry about mechanical comprehension, my AFOQT people. You don't have a mechanical comprehension, but if you're United States Army helicopter applicant, SIFT, or naval flight officer, or pilot applicant in the Navy, or surface warfare officer in the Navy, you will need the mechanical. A Class 1 lever system. This is the seesaw. All right. Now, sometimes you'll be given questions like, all right, we have a 200-pound weight on this side, and this 200-pound weight is 20 feet away from the fulcrum of the balance point. The fulcrum is a fancy way of talking about a balance point. It's the middle point of the seesaw. When we were all kids, we got on the seesaw, and so it's the same thing, but we call this a lever. All right. So I think of the fulcrum as an equal sign. So the question would be like, how far from the fulcrum, I'll just put how far, would we put a 400-pound weight? All right. So we have to understand load moment. Load moment is distance times weight. All right. And we get a load moment. So the load moment, if the system is going to be balanced, the weight and the distance, the weight times distance has to be equal to the weight times distance on this side. So we could literally multiply this 200 times 20, and then divide by 400. All right. So 200 times 20. Just look at 2 times 2 is 4, and then add 3 zeros. 4,000. Then we're going to divide by 400. And I can already see that this 10 feet. This 400-pound weight would need to be 10 feet away, because it will still produce 4,000 foot-pounds. 400 times 10 is 4,000. And you can check out my video on YouTube, lever systems, and then we'll go more in depth on that. All right, questions. Looks like something else dropped. Mark, shout out to Mark, thank you. Okay. All right, Tiana, what area of the test is this? Because I see a circle, I see shapes, letters, and then I see 46, 44, 42, or 40. So is this specifically how the test was, or the test question was presented? Oh, Darren, that's evil, man. That's evil what you just did, but it's okay. I got you. And that was towards me, guys. Me and Darren have like a little, it was not directed towards anybody. Darren and I, we were talking earlier, and I knew he was going to pull a crazy question, and he just dropped it. And I'm about to share it with you. Tiana, what test are you preparing for? You probably told me before, but tell me again in the DM. And also, what test is this for? Because I've never seen a question like that before. All right, in the meantime, we'll go to Darren. And I'll post it, but yeah, DM me or hit me up on Skype, and just tell me. And maybe, you know what, Tiana, can we talk after this? Let me know if we can talk after this. We got like 9 more minutes, but let me know if you have 5 minutes. All I need is 5 minutes of your time to maybe address that, because I've never seen a question like that before. I've been aware, so I'm like, what test? And we'll get back to that. Okay. Darren, this is what Darren did. Darren did me dirty, y'all. He knows I'm tired. No, I'm messing with Darren. It's okay. I'm all good. It's all good. Okay. 114 is going to be posted. And I think he's trying to see if I was going to run from it. Oh, man. No, Darren's a cool guy. But, I was telling him earlier, I was like, man, you always pull these crazy questions. And it's not a crazy question. It's all right. And it's about to post for all my Facebook followers. And it's dropping now. Refreshing. Okay, here we go. If a runner takes 9 seconds to run a distance of 132 feet, what is the runner's speed in miles per hour? All we need to do for this is a conversion. So all we need to do is conversion. Now they set a standard. When they say 9 seconds, 132 feet. What is miles per hour? Miles divided by hours. Okay, so it is distance over time. All right. So if we look into the distance equals rate times time scheme, rate is equal to distance divided by time. So we're going to put our distance up top, our time on the bottom. Now, 132 feet. In 9 seconds. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to multiply by a couple additional fractions, but they have to be positioned such that feet cancel out feet. When we multiply across, if we have feet upstairs, we're going to have feet downstairs to cross cancel, and then seconds up top. So they are 3,600 seconds and 1 hour. SEC, 1 hour. And at the end of the day, we want miles per hour. Now we have to have feet in the bottom. 5,280 feet is equal to 1 mile. So we have miles up top, hours on the bottom, because feet are going to cancel out feet, cross, cross. Seconds are going to cancel out seconds, x, x. And we're left with miles per hour. So all we have to do is multiply directly across. If we multiply 132 times 3,600 times 1, you don't need to put that because 1 is going to be whatever it is, over 9 times 1 times 5,280, you're going to get 10 when you divide the top by the bottom. Okay. Somebody want to multiply 132 times 3,600 times 1. And then somebody else want to multiply 9. You don't have to do it's 132 times 3,600 and then 5,280 times 9. So as a matter of fact, Darren, you do the top one. 3,600 times 132, and Anthony, do the bottom, 5,280 times 9. And let's see what you guys come up with. And you guys can put it on the Facebook chat. Come on, guys, we ain't got it all day. Y'all mess with me, I'm gonna mess. Well, not you didn't do anything, Anthony, but you're kind of guilty by association. That was your running partner earlier. All right. Tiana on Skype, let me know if you have 5 minutes available. I just want to chat with you for a moment to talk about that question. Because that was weird. I want to ask, like, where'd you get that from? Anthony, Darren, where you guys at? Okay. Hopefully in the next 3 minutes they drop something. But if they don't, if you multiply 132 times 3,600, you're going to get a number, I think it's 475,200. I think. Hold on, I'll tell you for sure. Normally I don't want to leave you guys. Oh, you put it on the Facebook chat, okay. Oh, okay, see what happens when you don't scroll down? All right, Tiana, she got 4,000 at the bottom, 4,000. So 475,200 is the top. I don't know what happened with Anthony, but we'll discuss this later, young man. Well, Darren came up with the top too. All right, player. All right, so the top is 475200, and the bottom is 47520. There's just an extra zero, and yeah. So that will be our last question. Okay. Even if you are AFOQT or ASVAB, and I'm dropping my keyboard, even if you guys are, it's cordless, so yeah, even if you guys are taking ASVAB questions or whatever, I will be on Facebook Live tomorrow at 1400 Eastern. So if you guys have questions, bring them to the table. Every week. ASTB OAR Fridays, 1700 Eastern, and the SIFT prep on 1400 Eastern. Tiana, hit me up if you have 5 minutes, because I really want to see where you got that question from. And that's all I have. If you guys aren't doing anything tomorrow, bring math questions. 2 p.m. tomorrow Eastern to the SIFT live stream. I'm Kino with STEMwithKino.com. Take care, have a blessed day, and be safe. Bye.